Ivanka Trump's real name is actually Ivana, the same as her mother. Ivana Marie Trump was born on October 30th, 1981. Ivanka is actually a nickname for the name Ivana and is typically used solely in a person's youth. As she explained on Twitter in 2010, it's similar to how the name Robert may be changed to Bobby when the person is younger. She attended a boarding school in Connecticut for high school, which she compared to prison. Trump transferred to Choate Rosemary Hall, an elite boarding school in Connecticut, after her parents decided she wasn't focused enough on school amid her high society life and modeling opportunities in New York City. "I was all of a sudden in the prison of boarding school life, and all my friends in New York were having fun," she said in a 2007 interview, according to The Express. However, Trump was able to leave the boarding school campus to pursue her modeling career while still a teenager. She ended up modeling for major fashion designers like Versace and Thierry Mugler. She started modeling when she was 14 years old. Trump signed with Elite Model Management and even appeared on the cover of 17 in 1997 when she was in high school. At Choate, she was allowed to have a car on campus so she could get to her modeling gigs, which was a luxury no other student had. She also had a cell phone so she could call her famous dad. While teenagers did have cell phones in the late 90s, they weren't nearly as commonplace as they are now. For nearly a decade, she appeared alongside her father on his reality TV shows. First, The Apprentice, and then The Celebrity Apprentice. After making her way up the corporate ladder at the Trump Organization, Ivanka Trump joined her father, Donald Trump, on his reality show The Apprentice for a handful of episodes in 2006. She joined the show as a full-time boardroom judge the following season, which began airing in 2007. She then starred alongside Trump on The Celebrity Apprentice, appearing as a co-judge from 2008 until 2015, when Trump announced he would be running for president. She converted to Judaism before marrying Jared Kushner in 2009. Ivanka Trump met Kushner, an Orthodox Jew, at a networking lunch arranged by one of her business partners. Trump and Kushner were both 25 years old at the time. They very innocently set us up thinking that our only interest in one another would be transactional, Ivanka told Vogue in 2015. "Whenever we see them, we're like, the best deal we ever made." However, the couple split in 2008 because of their religious differences. Trump's family is Presbyterian. They got back together a few months later. By 2009, Trump had converted to Orthodox Judaism, and she and Kushner were engaged. She and Kushner keep a kosher diet and observe the Sabbath. Trump described her diet to Vogue in 2015, saying she stays away from raw fish and meat. "I always shied away from it being a public conversation because it's such a personal thing," she said of her conversion to Judaism. "We're pretty observant, more than some, less than others. I just feel like it's such an intimate thing for us. It's been such a great life decision for me," she continued. "I am very modern, but I'm also a very traditional person, and I think that's an interesting juxtaposition in how I was raised as well. I really find that with Judaism, it creates an amazing blueprint for family connectivity." She also said that their family observes the Sabbath. "From Friday to Saturday, we don't do anything but hang out with one another," she said. "We don't make phone calls." Ivanka Trump has 3 children, and she gets up at 5 a.m. to be ready for when they wake up. She and Kushner have 3 children together: daughter Arabella Rose, born July 2011, and sons Joseph Frederick, born October 2013, and Theodore James Kushner, born March 2016. Speaking to People in 2016, she said she squeezes in getting ready before her children wake up. "I want my children to see me first every morning, so I wake up at 5 and make sure to shower and exercise before they get up," she said. She added that she tries to spend time with each of her children doing the things that they love. "I try to carve out special time with each of them," she said. "Joseph loves playing with cars. Arabella could read with me for hours. I never loved baking until Arabella started cooking with me." She added, "Poor Theo, he's always the one where they're interrupting his time with me. She's a best-selling author." Her first book, The Trump Card, Playing to Win in Work and Life, was on the New York Times bestseller list following its release in 2009. In 2017, Trump released another book, Women Who Work, Rewriting the Rules for Success. Though it didn't land on the bestseller list, it did receive almost a 5-star rating on Amazon. Ivanka has supported both the Republican and Democratic parties throughout her life. Trump endorsed Hillary Clinton for the Democratic primary over Barack Obama in 2007 and was a close friend of Chelsea Clinton. "There's nothing skin deep about Ivanka," Chelsea Clinton told Vogue in 2015. And I think that's a real tribute to her, because certainly anyone as gorgeous as she is could have probably gone quite far being skin deep. However, the pair's relationship appears to have become strained after the bitter race between their parents in the 2016 presidential election. "I've not spoken to her since 2016, Chelsea Clinton told The Today Show in 2020. "I have no interest in being friends with someone who is not only complicit, but actively taking part in this administration's everyday collision of cruelty and incompetence." So that's the answer. In 2012, Ivanka Trump endorsed Mitt Romney for president. He would later become one of President Trump's biggest critics in the Senate and voted to impeach him twice. Trump positioned herself firmly on the right when she endorsed her father for president in 2016. She also changed her official voter registration from Democrat to Republican in 2018. She said in April 2016 that she was an independent. "Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. Sometimes it's a tough choice," she said at the 2016 Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio. "That is not the case this time. This is the moment, and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again.